Hey besties, it's day one of 30 days of video. I am already cringing at the fact that I agreed to do this. Whatever, it's gotta happen. Anyway, my name is Brittany B. Fells and I'm your branding bestie. And my goal is to empower and encourage and equip women entrepreneurs with what they need to be confident in their brands and to succeed. And my love for video is just something that I've discovered within the last year. I've never had a problem with speaking in front of people or being videotaped or anything of that jazz in any way, shape, or form. And I've realized that it's the way that I want to promote and thrive and brand my business. And so I had just been going back and forth about what to do, when to start, how to start, what to post, what to say. And I was just really getting in my own way. So I created this challenge of 30 days of video where I have to record myself in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in a vlog post, whether it's on an Instagram story, whatever it may be that I have to show up on video, right? I need to get more comfortable and consistent with what it is that I want for myself. So one of the questions I got asked recently by someone in my tribe was, what am I afraid of? And I think what happens a lot of the time is when people see you, I'm sitting in my car, so there's going to be all types of beeping, doors closing, all that. So this is just real life. This is how it's going to be today. Someone asked me, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid of a lot of stuff. The only difference is there are only certain things that I'm willing to let stop me from moving forward at this point in my life. I think what happens for a lot of us is when we see somebody doing something that we want to do, or we see somebody who we feel like is making it or has arrived or is an overnight success or a celebrity status or has some type of influence, we just assume that they've just overcome every fear that they have, when that's really untrue and unfair to put upon somebody, right? I am afraid of a lot of things, but I'm willing to push through fear in a lot of cases to get what I want and to live the life that I deserve. And doing video and starting a vlog was one of the things that has been a fear. Not a fear that no one will watch, not a fear that it's not needed, not a fear that I can't do it, more so a fear of looking dumb or a fear of not doing as good as I want to hold myself to a standard of, right? I feel like that's a fear that stops a lot of people from doing what they want, is they are so afraid of making a fool of themselves that they don't do what is necessary or needed of them. And it's holding a lot of awesome people back from being able to do what it is that they want to do. And I don't want to be one of those people anymore. I want to do what God has called me to do what I was created on this earth, because I was put on this earth to do something in a way that no one has ever done before. Not saying that I'm going to reinvent the wheel and try to change the world with something that has never been done, but more so that there's something that is already out there that I can do better at, or I can meet someone else's needs in a special way. I can help change people's lives and influence them to want better. And if I keep letting the fear of looking dumb hold me back, then I'm never going to meet my purpose, right? Because there's so many things we can do in life to make money. There's so many things we can do in life to bring us temporary happiness. But if we're not walking in our purpose and doing or figuring out what it is that we were placed on this earth to do, we're going to go to our graves with a lot of regret and a lot of questions. And I don't ever want that to be my life. I don't want that to be my life anymore. Not saying I've never been there, because I have. I've been in situations where I've been miserable, where I've been unhappy, where I've been sad, where I felt unfulfilled, where I felt depressed. And I took the opportunity to give myself the life that I deserve. While we can be given resources by certain people, or God can put us in certain situations to meet the right people or to get what we need, if we're not willing to take charge and do what's necessary to live an extraordinary life, we will always continue to suck in some way, shape, or form. We'll always feel unfulfilled, or we'll always feel like we're coming up short. And I'm more afraid of living a life like that than I am afraid of trying. So I'm at the point where I have to accept that sometimes I may look dumb. I'm not going to get it right every time. I'm not going to be perfect every time. Even if I set a standard for myself and I feel like I've reached it, I'm still going to be in my head saying I can do better. And I just have to get over that. because that's just life. That's life for everybody, not just for me, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your parenting, whether it's in your finances, your education, friendships, whatever it is, there's always going to be something that's going to make you feel like you're not perfect. And you're not meant to be perfect. You are meant to be present. You are meant to show up. You are meant to do your best. And all you can do is try to improve from there instead of letting that fear of looking dumb or making a mistake hold you back from living an extraordinary life. I posted on Twitter earlier today that I have built up a very low tolerance to live a boring ass life. And that's just where I am now. I am not willing to live a boring ass life anymore. And I'm not willing to just sit on my hands and wait for somebody to rescue me. No one's going to rescue me. I have to rescue myself. I have to celebrate myself. No one is going to do it for me. Not a man, not having kids, not having a certain type of degree. Nothing and no one can save me from living a boring and unfulfilling life. I have to give it to myself. So what am I afraid of? At this point, I am afraid of not reaching my full potential. And I can't reach my full potential if I'm holding on to the fear of looking dumb. So that's a part of this 30-day challenge for me. Not even 30 days. I'm setting 30 days of intention. I'm not going to say challenge. 30 days of intention that I am going to show up on video in some way, shape, or form because someone needs to hear what I have to say. I need to get over the fear of looking dumb, and I just need to start. I just need to put myself out there and do what I was told to do, say what I know the world needs to hear, and walk in my purpose and go after this extraordinary life that I want. And stop expecting someone to just hand me this invitation or these keys that's just going to unlock a life that is just beyond my wildest dreams. I have to be willing to go after that thing myself, because if I don't, nothing that anyone can give me will ever feel extraordinary. Period. We get so bored, especially in a day and age where there's so much instant gratification. We get so bored with new things and new experiences. And if you're just constantly waiting for someone to give you something to live for, your life is going to continue to be boring and unfulfilled. And that's just me being incredibly honest with you, because I have been there and I'm not doing that no more. So that's all I got for the first day of 30 days of video. Just thanks for watching. And I hope that this touched your life or gave you answers or gave you affirmation or confirmation in some way of what you needed to hear today. Because I needed to hear this myself. Even just getting on here this morning to do it. I'm not shy. If you met me before, I am not a shy person. But I was so afraid of looking dumb that I didn't even want to get on. I didn't even want to start. I've done this a million times, and yet I was so afraid of looking bad that I didn't even want to give it a chance. And thank God that I had people in my corner who I reached out to yesterday, and I said, I'm going to do this 30 days of video. I'm going to show up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm going to show up. And I need you to hold me accountable. So if you haven't by afternoon, you haven't seen me post on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I need you to text me and say, what's going on? Why haven't you posted? Are you in your feelings? What do we need to work through? What do we need to talk to? And I asked maybe, I'm not even going to lie, I asked about 15 people. 15 people, and I asked my audience on Instagram stories too to hold me accountable. So I didn't just go to one or two friends and say, hey, can you hold me accountable? I went to people who I knew there would be at least one person every day looking out for me and what I had to say. And I thank God that I didn't let my pride get in the way of asking for help, and that I have awesome people in my life who are willing to fill that position for me and willing to step in and stand in the gap for me in moments where I don't feel my best. I don't feel like a rock star, and I don't feel amazing. I know that I'm amazing. I know that I'm a rock star. I know that I am famous. The world just doesn't know it yet. I know that I am an expert. I know that I am a world-renowned speaker. The world just hasn't met me yet. I know that I'm all these things, but I definitely have days where I don't wake up feeling like that. And I need people and I need experiences in my life that will continue to push me forward to be the best person that I can be. So that's all I've got for today. I said I was done, but I'm done for real this time. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you on day 2 of 30 days of video. Bye, guys.